a blind sheriff, an able deputy, an original Western audio drama. This is Powder Burns.
Hello? Who's there?
Good morning to you, sir. I'm looking for the sheriff.
Well, look no further. I'm Emmett Burns. What can I do for you?
You can direct me to the sheriff.
That's me.
You're a funny man, Mr. Burns. Let me guess, the sheriff's back here somewhere?
No, he's sitting right here in front of you. No, I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Cunningham. Jasper Cunningham. You're not wearing a star, Mr. Burns.
Well, it's early. I just got in. Was about to put it on.
Uh-huh. And you do that yourself? Do you put the star on your jacket?
He does on occasion, but when he asks for help, I oblige.
Well, now, you look like a sheriff.
Mr. Cunningham, this is my deputy, Prentice Bell.
Just call me Prince, sir.
Deputy? Pardon me for even mentioning this, but seems to me that it should be the other way around.
Well, I think this town finds it necessary to have a decorated general look after legal affairs around here, at least until we can find someone more qualified. Would that be you, Mr. Cunningham?
There's an election at the end of the month.
My apologies, General. Deputy.
No offense taken. I know a blind sheriff can't be easy on the eyes. Most outsiders think I'm the town drunk, the way I keep running into things.
Well, a hot shave might also do you some good, Sheriff.
So, what can we do for you, Mr. Cunningham?
Call me Jasper.
Call me Emmett.
You call me Prentice and I'll wring your neck.
I'm here to collect on this reward, Sheriff.
$20,000 for the outlaw Monty Hogue, dead or alive.
Oh, yes. We've been expecting you.
Sheriff, I didn't know it was $20,000.
Indeed it is, Deputy.
Well, where is this Monty Hogue?
Just outside, in my wagon.
Is he dead?
No, sir, he's alive.
Well, what are we doing standing around here yakking at each other? You got a fugitive sitting out there with your horse.
Oh, he won't be going anywhere, Deputy. I've wounded him.
You wounded him.
Yes, sir. A byproduct of his capture.
No offense, Mr. Cunningham, but you don't look like you've held a gun in your entire life.
I'm a newspaper man, yes. But I'm also champion marksman 3 years running in the state of New York. What? Or what is it?
Oh, nothing. Seems to me folks only have shooting competitions where no one really knows how to fire a gun in the first place.
Bran?
Shall we square this outside, Deputy?
Mr. Cunningham.
With pleasure, sir. I'll even keep my eyes closed. I'm sorry, Sheriff. I didn't mean that. Just
Cunningham? You sure it's Monty Hogue you got out there in your cart?
The very same. He told me himself, right before I cut his tongue out.
Well, what in the hell did you do that for?
He was mouthing off to me, Deputy. I had to show him I would not take insults of that kind casually.
All right. Pran, have you ever seen Hogue personally?
No, sir. You?
I have. It was before the war. We exchanged bullets.
Well, this man's got the scars that match the description, if that's what you're worried about.
It's not. What concerns me is that I can't see him this time around.
General, you don't think I'd lie to you?
I don't know you, Mr. Cunningham, except you're dressed impeccably, you're good with the gun, and you're new to the West.
I didn't tell you how long I'd been out here.
You didn't have to.
Well, there he is, Monty Hogue in the flesh. Must have passed out from the heat.
Or the pain. By God, you've certainly done him up good.
Pran, get him inside and have Doc look over him. I'll see Mr. Cunningham to the bank.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. You mean you're going to give this condemned man medical attention?
Well, we can't just let him die, Jasper.
The advertisement says dead or alive.
Well, since he's alive, he has to stand trial.
He can't talk, Sheriff. I cut his tongue out.
Mighty convenient.
Are you calling me a liar?
You know, that's the second time you've brought that up.
Well, you seem to be doing a lot of implicating.
Now look here. I'm the only one in town who's ever seen Monty Hogue, and I'm the only one in town who can't see him. You'll forgive me my paranoia.
Sheriff, I'm scared to move him. He's hurt real bad.
I was afraid of that. Cunningham, Bren's gonna drive your cart over to Doc so he can have a look at him. You and I can visit the bank. It's just up the street. With your permission, of course.
Very well.
I'll be up at the bank as soon as I can. Hee-haw!
Mr. Cunningham, you may lead the way.
You need a hand on my arm, Sheriff?
No, sir. I am blind, not a cripple. tell me how you came to find Monty Hogue?
Well, last night I was about 20 miles out of town. I saw a fire, smelled fresh coffee, so I stopped. It was Monty by himself. I said I meant him no harm, that I was just looking to share in a hot meal and perhaps a cup of that coffee. He told me to leave. I said I had been traveling all day and would just like to warm myself by his fire. That's when he drew his pistol.
And he missed?
He was out of bullets.
Was he? Strange that he hadn't reloaded.
My thoughts exactly.
And how did you know it was Monty Hogue you had on your hands?
He told me.
Well, forgive me, Mr. Cunningham. I just don't think he would have done that. No outlaw would have done that.
Well, outlaws are a funny breed of man, Sheriff. They thrive on their own popularity, that men want to kill them and women tremble at their name. Perhaps it's that state of mind that compels a man to carry his own wanted poster.
He had it on him?
Right in his breast pocket.
Now, just suppose, this man is a bounty hunter and he's looking for Monty Hogue. So he carries that poster in his breast pocket.
Sheriff, I shot that man in the gut. You know what that does to a man. I know you've seen it. He was mighty desperate. He mentioned you by name.
What did you say?
He mentioned your name. That's how I knew to come here, but he didn't say anything about you being blind, so you forgive me why I didn't know you when I saw you.
He told you to bring him here.
Perhaps you two have unfinished business.
You cut his tongue out.
Well, the man talked too much, Sheriff. I'm a man of words myself, but idle words I cannot abide.
Mr. Cunningham, this is the bank.
You are very observant, Sheriff.
Well, Sheriff Burns, good morning.
Morning, Hank. This here's Jasper Cunningham. He's come to claim the bounty on Monty Hogue.
Well, is that so? Well, my congratulations, Mr. Cunningham.
Thank you.
Well, what kind of bounty we talking here?
$20,000.
Good God, Emmett.
That's the number.
Well, I don't think we're equipped to serve such a price at this time, Mr. Cunningham.
You what?
They don't have the money, Jasper.
I don't understand. This is a bank.
Not like your fancy New England banks, if I'm to guess.
We're waiting on the Pinkertons for our next shipment, but I'm afraid that could be a little while.
Well, how in the hell do you stay operable?
Well, business is a little different out here, Mr. Cunningham. This is the West.
So how much can you give me?
I beg your pardon?
How much money do you have in the bank?
Well, I don't know offhand. I suppose I could check the ledger.
Do that.
Now hold on here, Mr. Cunningham. Just hold on. You're not cleaning out this bank.
I will take it as a retainer for what I'm owed.
Mr. Cunningham, we can put you up in the best room in our hotel while you wait. We'll see to your comfort.
I'd be more comfortable with a thicker wallet.
I know you're upset, Jasper, but I wish you'd take your hand off that gun.
How in the hell?
You get to know things about a man, Cunningham. You hear it in his voice. Now, you show any more of that barrel while talking any more about that money, and I'm gonna have to take you in for armed robbery.
He ain't fooling, sir.
I see. Very well. Perhaps I should take my business to a bigger bank.
No, you've got a wounded man on that card.
The poster says dead or alive, General.
Well, I cannot let you leave with a sick prisoner.
Watch me, Sheriff.
Now you just hold it right there.
I thought you said it was illegal to pull a gun in a bank, Sheriff. Does the law not apply to you?
Oh, Mr. Cunningham, he won't miss standing that close.
No, I surely won't.
Sheriff,
Fran, what is it?
what's going on here?
Our visitor has become slightly impatient. What's your news?
Doc says it's bad. He's doing everything he can, but Monty may not pull through.
Deputy, you didn't come running in here just to tell me that.
No, sir. He said his initial wounds are from an Indian attack. I'm thinking Comanche. Doc found a broken arrowhead in Monty's shoulder.
Well, looks like they primed and readied him for you, Jasper.
I didn't see any Indians, if that's what you're asking.
You want to change your story a little bit?
I don't see how it matters how I caught him. I told you I can outshoot anyone in this territory.
Yeah, but cutting the tongue out is Indian business. Monty couldn't have said a word to you. Makes me wonder what else you're lying about.
Sheriff, I brought you a wanted man. You should be celebrating.
You brought me a bloody body with a poster in his pocket.
I suppose it's my fault you can't identify him yourself?
No, can't say I blamed you there. But you see, I'm in a fix. I just don't know what to think.
Sheriff, if you don't make good on that bounty, I'll be reporting you to the U.S. Marshal.
The deputy, see to it that our esteemed guest from New England is set up proper in the hotel. Tell Francisco I'm good for it.
Sheriff?
Just do it, please.
All right. Follow me, Mr. Cunningham.
Sheriff, there ain't no Francisco who works at our hotel.
They're not going to the hotel, Hank.
Where are they going?
Back to the jail.
Back to the... Oh, well, General, that's mighty clever, mighty clever. Wish I could have. Hey, where are you going?
To talk to the judge, see if we can't find a hole in this somewhere.
Want me to walk you over there?
No, sir. I am blind, not a cripple.
I'm sorry, Emmett. Legally, I have to side with Cunningham.
Walt, there's got to be some way around that.
Even if he did lie about the way he captured Hogue, the fact is he did capture the man and bring him in.
But we're not even certain it's Monty Hogue we're talking about here.
Doc said all the old bullet scars matched. He resembled the poster.
A cheap rendering. That's not enough.
I agree with you, Emmett, but you can't withhold a bounty simply because you dislike a man.
Oh, Walt, stop defending him.
I'm not. You asked for my professional opinion. I'm giving it. As a sheriff, you can't let your personal prejudice interfere with the legal outcome here. And as a judge, I have to see to that.
I know that. I know. I used to be sharp, Walt. Feels like I'm losing something.
Emmett, as long as I've known you, you've always been able to see things the way they are, with or without your sight. Don't fret over this. Jasper Cunningham just happens to be one lucky son of a bitch. Those Comanches set him up. What? What's the matter?
Walt, I think Jasper Cunningham is Monty Hogue.
How do you mean?
Well, this man's good, right? He's too good to be a greenhorn, and I'm the only one in town who's ever seen him.
Well, how you gonna prove it?
Hello in the jail.
Sheriff, back here.
Well now, Deputy, how has our prisoner been keeping himself?
Sheriff, would you care to let me in on what's going on?
No, I don't believe I care to. Take off your shirt.
I beg your pardon.
Shirt off, Cunningham. I got better things to do with my time today.
What are you going to do? Check me for ticks?
Friend, tell me what you see.
Sir?
Describe any scars or markings you may see on the man, perhaps the kind that would be made from a shotgun shell grazing the left shoulder.
No, sir. No scars of any kind, for that matter.
None whatsoever?
Sheriff, you better tell me what's going on here.
My apologies, Mr. Cunningham. Just a routine prisoner check.
May I put my shirt back on?
You may.
You know, I don't appreciate being lied to, General. This jail isn't much of a hotel.
I apologize for misleading you. Like I said, it was just a routine prisoner check. Had to be done.
May I go check into the hotel now?
You may. Pren.
Yes, sir.
You're free to go, Mr. Cunningham.
Thank you, Sheriff. Deputy. Good day.
Sheriff, he jumped me when we got back here. Had my gun on me the entire time.
What?
The scars. He was going to shoot me if I told you about his scars.
You mean we just let Monty Hogue walk on out of here?
Certainly appears that way.
Well, let's go, Pren. Move! All right, just hold it right there.
Well, hello, Sheriff, Deputy. I was just going to take Mr. Cunningham here.
Gentlemen! Gentlemen! Your esteemed banker here has just informed me the Pinkertons have come in.
Yes, sir. And early. Well, late in technicality, but...
Is that so?
Yes, indeed. So we can settle this little matter properly and not have to involve anyone else out here on your very, very busy street.
Bren, why don't you help Hank load up the money?
Sheriff, you're just gonna let him...
Oh, don't you trouble yourselves now, boys. Hank and I will handle it just fine.
Still, that's a lot of money. Mighty heavy. Hank, what if you got Wilbur to help you out?
Wilbur?
Well, sure. Poor fella's always sweeping floors down there at the bank, never gets to do anything important. Make him feel good.
Oh, Wilbur. Well, he may be busy, sweeping the floors. But why don't you come with me, Mr. Cunningham?
All right, you be careful out there now, Jasper. Bounty hunting's a dangerous business.
Oh, don't fret over me, Sheriff. The fastest gun in the East has just become the fastest gun in the West.
Just make certain you're the most accurate.
This coming from a blind sheriff. Now I've heard everything.
On your way, Cunningham.
I wish you all the luck in the world, Deputy. You're gonna need it to hold this town together. Good day again, gentlemen.
Sheriff? Deputy?
Holster that weapon, Deputy.
How in the hell do you do that? Gives me the willies.
I'll not have you shoot a man in the back.
I was just gonna wing him, Sheriff.
Well, he'd try to kill you sure as you're born. I won't have blood in the street.
Then I say we give him a few miles head start, then cut him off at the pass. No man is that fast on the draw when he's taken upon by surprise.
We're not stealing his money.
Well, I beg your pardon, General, but the man's wanted in 6 states. We can't just let him ride out of town with $20,000.
We're not. I got a man in the bank who'll see to that.
Who, Hank? Hank's so eager to get him out of town, he's liable to give him all
Not Hank, Pran. Wilbur.
Wilbur who?
Wilbur nobody. Wilbur doesn't exist, Pran. Hank's gonna fill those satchels with marked paper.
You sure about that?
Sure enough not to go chasing after Cunningham.
I don't know, Sheriff. What if Hank screws it up and gives him real money?
Then it looks like you and I are taking Cunningham at the pass. Maybe we can get ourselves on a wanted poster.
Hey, I kind of like the sound of that.
Well, then you better get ready. Either way, I think we're gonna see Jasper Cunningham again.
You mean Monty Hope?
Whoever he is, he'll be back. He will be back.
Powder Burns stars John Wesley Shipp in the title role. Featured in the cast are David Gregory, Jeffrey C. Hawkins, Lance Roberts, and Jason Babinsky. Direction and engineering by Noah DeBiase, with music by Benjamin James. The show is written for the air by David Gregory, with contributions from Eddie Schnecker, and is dedicated to the memory of Gary Wells. And I'm Bill Burrows, inviting you to listen again to Powder Burns. Produced in association with Gregory Strohmeyer, Hilvers Noble.